Welcome to Yes Offense. Trigger warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it, this podcast will feature graphic language about sex, race, violence, and anything else that might make people uncomfortable. However, this is a comedy podcast, and everything and anything talked about on it should be viewed as an attempt at humor. Like, if you hear anything on this podcast you don't agree with or like, please just turn it off. No one on here is a politician or actually affecting the way you live. So if you genuinely have a problem with anything said on here, redirect your energy at a real issue going on in the real world. Now let's get into the show.
It's a good time.
Bang, going in, starting off hot and heavy. Welcome to Yes Offense, everybody. I'm your host, Alex Tomaselli, and it is 1:09 a.m. on a fucking Thursday night.
Yeah.
After we just did a comedy competition out in Maine.
This is how
Portland,
all great
Maine.
parties start, isn't
Exactly, dude. Out in Portland, Maine, I came out here with my friend Mo Green. He drove. He drove me.
Yeah, I drove this shit.
Yes. And then we met up with new friend Mike Gray.
it? What's going on?
Mike Gray?
Yeah.
Gray, yep.
Okay,
I'm
Gray. Not like 50 Shades Gray.
Yeah,
It's
not
with
the
an A.
queer Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not-
that's the British
He's
spelling.
He's
Yeah.
spelled the same way as Owen Gray. So if anyone out there knows that is, you don't know who that is?
Owen Gay?
No, I would. You wish, Mo. No, you don't know who Owen Gray is? Really? He's a male porn star.
No, it's
Oh, okay.
I'm
I'm
gay, but
surprised
you know
you
the
don't
male
know.
porn stars?
That's
name?
not, no,
I only know
you're a
black
porn-
male porn stars. That's it.
Alright.
Like Wesley Pipes,
Yeah.
These blacks.
Brian Pumper, Lexington Steele,
just
Shawn
call me
Michaels, Mark Anthony. They're all black dudes.
No,
Ramon.
I know Ramon.
He only
dude.
does
It's so
transport
good.
now.
He does? Oh, good for him, dude. All right, yeah, whatever. What are we gonna do? Mike, we met at the first competition, which was a few episodes ago.
Yep.
Which you'll check down. It was with Cliff Mulo, Mike Passaro.
I am known as the guy who said fag.
Yeah,
That's how it's known.
You fit right in Connecticut, bro.
that was good, man. Yeah, that was a good set.
awesome.
Nah,
I
but
wish I
yeah,
heard
you were
it.
in the first competition,
Yep.
and we just kept talking. Not like we're queers, but we just kept talking. And I was like, "Come on the pod next time I'm up."
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now you're here. So
So
that's fun.
is that what got you bounced out? Your homophobia
It might have
and
been
hatred
it.
of black people?
I don't know.
I was just
I thought about just doing carpet bomb N-bombs. You know, just like, I don't know if I'll make any friends.
No, man, that's just funny. No, dude, you had a good set. It's just that was a weird night too.
Yeah.
There was some. Yeah, it was tonight was well. I had a weird set. I actually bit the bullet
You
tonight.
the pace
had to
car.
go, and
Yeah.
you were the pace car, and like the way they scored it, they didn't want to. I think you could have did. You could have scored higher.
Oh, of course.
But it's like they didn't want to set the bar too fucking high and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
So
I was
yeah,
not-
it's a
which
tough,
is dumb.
It's a tough spot.
Like
yeah.
they were saying
I'm
like,
not saying I deserved
we're
to,
gonna
but-
save space for
Yeah,
later.
it's
It's
like
like,
well,
that
if you did good, you did good. But then
Yeah.
Mo Musa came right after you.
Yeah, I
And
crushed
you
it.
got like
Yeah.
220s and 219s and shit. So.
Exactly, and I'm not. And again, it's my fault. I didn't even think I'd do that great. And they didn't even open up the show. They just were like, "Hey, we're doing a contest. Here's
Yeah,
the judges,
yeah.
and here's your first guy."
Yeah, he did no time up front.
And I
Yeah.
was just came up and was like, "All right, cunt," Shit, you know. And that's how it goes. And it is. What
it
it
is super awkward. But like,
Yeah.
I work with Rob Steen a little bit, and sometimes he won't have anyone. He'll just be like, "Gary, you're starting." Like, all right, and then, but no one's warmed up. He's just like, "All right, we're gonna get the show started." You have to,
Yeah.
hey, you know, it's just so fucking awkward to come up on stage to
Definitely.
nothing.
Yeah, for real. I'll be all right. And the freaking I had a bunch of people like I overheard, and I would like sneak up on them and be like, "You talking about me?" And they'd start laughing. But no, because they'd be like, "That first guy, man, like." I liked him. It's just I feel bad he had to go first. It'd be shit like that, and I'd sneak up and be like, "I appreciate that." And they'd be like, "Oh man, you were funny," and just sorry. And I was like,
You're supposed to come out with, "I love black people."
yeah, right.
Like shouting.
No, man.
Like Sam Kinison.
So all the white people will be like, oh yes.
The one black guy in the
Well, he
audience
has to have
feel more
that
comfortable.
energy. Not necessarily black people, but if you say I love white people and you're white, I think that's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
I even thought after I should have came out and just been like, Portland, even Stephen King doesn't talk about this piece of shit town.
He's from here.
He's from
Stephen
Bangor,
King's
yeah.
from fucking everything in his story. It'll be like some guy is from Maine,
Like
and
from
he,
some, like, yeah.
even
Amity.
if he's in the story takes place in London, he'll be like, I moved here from Maine. Into London. You're like, I miss Maine. I moved to the place in London that reminded me most of Maine, and you're like, fuck this, fucking Maine. Don't get me wrong, I have vacation in Maine since I was a kid, but still,
Yeah,
like,
Maine's pretty
go to
cool. Like
places.
if you're doing anything but comedy,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
if you're an outdoorsy type, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like we got the Appalachian, like the 100-mile wilderness and shit, and you know, but if you want to do
Lobster
comedy,
and shit.
yeah,
If you're a
lobsters,
crabber.
yep.
yeah, comedy, no, not great, but not the best. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Move on to the
Nah,
next
yeah,
thing.
yeah, don't be too hard on yourself,
fun to
man.
hit
You know
the
what I mean?
road
Like
and-
we all lost. We was
Oh
losers.
yeah. This is what it is.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mo Musa though.
We
Good
think
job.
we think
Yeah,
it's worse,
dude.
almost winning or like not making it.
Not making it.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well-
Because then you know you're a loser 100%. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's
the
me.
other way
So you're trying to
saying
say
it-
that, Mike?
Sorry,
Jesus
Mike.
Yeah,
Christ!
it's okay. Those Mike
No, I
that
think
you and Cliff came up with. Mike.
Massaro.
Massaro.
He also did not make
Yeah,
it.
he didn't make it either.
Fuck you, Mike Massaro.
Yeah,
Loser.
fuck you, man.
Piece of shit.
Yeah,
I love Mike.
He's good
Shout out
shit.
to Mike.
dude.
He's a cool dude.
He wears Hawaiian shirts with dress shoes.
Yes. Mike, no one knows. Guys, Google Mike Massaro on Instagram. Mike Massaro just needs to hit. I sent him my Puerto Rican barber's number. I don't think he's called him
Yeah.
yet. All right.
No, you would take away 80% of his act if he cut his face,
Dude, I
cut
had
his hair.
Yeah.
I had a girl
Because
recently.
he always talks about being a terrorist and shit.
I had a girl recently compliment me on my eyebrows, and I'm like, "It's my barber. It's not even me."
Like
Yep.
Gage Moreau. You ever go to a Dominican barber, ladies?
We're doing too much in shit. He
Oh,
doesn't
that's
know
good
any of
shit.
these fucking people.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're
Mike.
doing
It's all
inside
right.
shit.
Nah,
Fuck
you're
it.
good. No, but yeah, shout out to Mo Musa, man. Congrats.
Yeah,
That's our
Dude, he was great.
He's the
He
man,
was
dude.
great.
He set the bar high as fuck. It was punchline after punchline after punchline.
Fucking
that shit was
destroyed.
impressive, man.
Booked him on my first show when COVID
Yeah.
ended, and I'll book him again. So that's
Yeah,
my
man.
dude.
When he first got started, and I was producing
You were a
shows.
mentor to him. I heard.
Yeah.
Yep, you're his mentor.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say he hosted for me a couple times, did some guest spots and
He's the
stuff
man,
like that.
dude.
So I've seen his growth.
I'm just
And
messing with
he's a. I'm not even paying attention, dude.
Oh,
he's a fucking. He's just a punchline machine.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
he-
even when he
super
went up,
nice guy too.
I told him I was like,
Super
yo,
nice.
for me to have a chance, I don't write the way he does it. So his punchline, I was like. My strategy was try to get him with the performance, but you know he performed well. He just had a lot of punchlines. The shit came. Connecticut brought it home. Whether one of us we lost, whatever, but like somebody from Connecticut brought
Hell
it
yeah,
home.
dude.
From
Yeah,
our
fuck
group.
I even said before,
our
I was
group,
like,
you know?
the only reason I didn't hang out after the mic is I fell asleep in the fucking green room. I'm tired. These dudes needed to wrap this shit up sooner. Whatever. It's Thursday night, dude. I'm exhausted, and I smoked
Well, you
3
said like
joints
so you
waiting
said, like,
for you guys.
You said you like went to sleep when my set started. He like woke up and I was still going.
Yeah, well, they were still judging. Yeah, I was like, Jesus, they're still judging him and shit. I'm fucking.
And also your performance was just like what?
I thought you were really funny. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of black guys in my life. They're like the funniest black guy.
She was like, you should have been the headliner. I'm like, why the fuck did I get 5th place?
Shout out to it was a fun
No, it was dope.
contest.
It was dope.
Yeah,
It was
what are you gonna do? Yeah, man. Mike, what's up, man?
No,
How's
not
it,
much,
man?
dude. Not
what's
much. You
fucking
know?
Maine like, dude? What's the craziest thing you've seen happen in Maine?
The craziest thing. I'd have to think about that.
Like, I grew up in a neighborhood where I grew up near like a mental institution, so we saw like people just like I don't know, just talking to like telephone poles in the street and shit all the time. Or just mental illness was rampant in my neighborhood. So I always saw that shit. I don't know if that's a good example or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had this one neighbor that would just kind of walk up to me and talk at me when I lived in Biddeford. And he was a nice guy, but he would like do dabs or something, and he would just go off, and you couldn't follow it. And my girlfriend at first was like, "No, you could follow it. Like, try 10 minutes, last 10 minutes
not
with
that
this
crazy,
dude,"
man.
and he just
Get off your phone. Sorry. Piece of shit.
What are you talking about?
You're on your phone.
Do your thing. I'm not.
We are
I'm
doing
not
anything. You're a
making
guest.
noise, but his messages popping up. Like I'm I'm paying attention, man.
It's 2 a.m.
They don't
This
got to
guy.
know this is going on. This is
There's
part.
No one, there's no one.
Have you ever
messaging
listened
him.
to
It's 2
O&A or
a.m.
anything ever?
Yeah, they didn't have cell phones
Yes,
then,
they
though.
did.
Not
That
like
wasn't that
this.
long ago.
No,
That's
Or
fine.
tweeting.
They did.
or
It
whatever.
was Jim Norton all the time would be on his phone, and then
Yeah.
he would say something funny and just go back to his phone.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or
So-
you'll be the Jim.
No,
Norton.
I'm looking at
Black
messages
Jim Norton.
and shit. Yeah. You know, I'm keeping up to
Trannies
date.
and all.
I'm the guy that's the stat guy that gets the stats. I'm the fact checker, man. You're gonna need that, man.
He's got a point. If we say something,
this
you know,
I was about to say, yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, that's the thing with this episode because not a lot has happened this past. That's why I asked you that lame question. I apologize.
No, it's
Set
all
you
right.
up for failure.
You know, it's funny because comedians usually have good stories. I got shit because I grew up in Maine. There's nothing happened.
You do, and everyone, because they'll see you on the picture, you do look like just a Pantera fan.
Yeah,
like you're.
yeah.
I'm sure you are.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Yeah, I love
I am
Pantera.
too.
Fuck yeah.
You know, and
You're like a young Meatloaf.
no, you know
Yeah,
what
I've
it
heard
is?
that
Never
before.
do anything for love.
Yeah.
Won't do that.
Yeah, you look, and this is you won't get this because you will. He looks like Cody Marino if he
Yes,
really
yes.
listened to the music Cody Marino pretends
yeah.
to listen to.
He looks like the
Calling you out,
lead.
Cody.
He looked like the lead singer from Toto.
Sorry,
Back in the
we're
day, it was
so-
like fat singers, but they had like great voices in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
Meatloaf's covers don't match their music at all. Have you seen their like?
Yeah.
It's like a bat taking over a building and like a guy
On a
with
motorcycle,
yeah,
yeah.
riding at it to fight it, and
Yeah,
then
this
you.
looks badass.
Yeah, you hear the music and it's
Like
like,
a-
"Will you love me?
has like-
Will you never
he has like a-
leave me?"
He has
It's
a
fucking
Phantom
terrible.
Opera mask and like a cape.
Yeah, dude, I can't stand Meatloaf either. I think it's
objects in the rearview mirror. They appear closer than they are.
oh, dude, I can't. His whole thing doesn't fit the way he
I know
sings.
it doesn't. But it's so
the
big.
Song.
It's so
the,
great.
The
You
name.
gotta get chills when you listen to some of this
The
shit.
name of
As
the
long as
band.
planets keep turning.
I'm not saying he can't sing,
Oh, he's fucking
but
crazy.
you're
he's
like,
a great
who's
singer.
that? Meatloaf. It was like Michael Bolton. That name fits.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Meatloaf. His whole persona is like
He's fat.
when you expect when you press play on a Meatloaf album to hear like "Wah!"
But it's not. It's like, and I would do
Yeah.
Thing for love.
It's like, how's his voice coming out as beast?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
and you look at him and he looks like the guy who's like, I knew the road warrior.
Bat out
does
of hell.
look like
This
a-
sounds pretty badass.
He does look like
No.
an extra from Game of Thrones.
he looks
If
like
you're going to take this road, make sure you leave us some shit.
yeah, exactly. He just started Game of Thrones.
I just started
Oh, shit.
watching it. I was a hater of Game of Thrones for years, but only because it was in such an echo chamber and so many people hyped it up
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
automatically have an aversion to that.
I can understand
And
that.
if people
yeah.
like snobby, if you don't like Game of Thrones, you don't like Game of Thrones? Are you
Yeah.
you're stupid? Die. Like,
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched all but like the last 2 seasons or something.
you look like King Robert,
King Robert.
Oh, Baratheon. A young Baratheon.
A young
the
Baratheon.
first one that passed away.
Oh,
from
yep.
the
Everyone who watches this, you have to look at his picture. We're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
making this up.
No,
And
he really
these
does.
aren't even insults. You're not
No,
totally
no,
got
no,
it.
Yeah.
A young Baratheon, because if you look like old Baratheon, then it's
I just like to fuck horse and shoot boars.
quiet woman. One of the best lines. The funniest thing. Wait, so you watched it? You didn't watch the final season?
I didn't watch the last
You don't
2. I
have
didn't
to
get
watch
to
the
them.
last
Yeah, the last season I heard sucked.
Yeah, I keep hearing the
But-
same.
I was telling him, I don't get me wrong, Game of Thrones. I'm not deferring you from watching
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you
It's,
just let
it's
me
good,
know that.
but
It's really-
that final season will.
Yeah, because they got beyond the books, right? And then
Yeah.
they departed
Oh.
from
Yeah.
George R. R. Martin.
The
So they were
writers-
just like, let's just finish it.
Those writers.
It's kind of like the Boondocks, like when Aaron Magruder left, and like
It's
the
exactly
writing was
like
totally
that.
fucking different and shit.
Yep.
Except these writers, Aaron Magruder wrote the original Boondocks, and he did a thing completely different. These guys just took that fucking dude's stuff and
Yeah,
took
don't
the best
spoil- I
parts.
want to watch it though.
They're
Don't
not
spoil
good,
it.
right? Yeah, but I'm not saying that. They're just not good writers. They took good writing and reprinted it for TV. They're not good writers. Like, I hate them so much. I'm glad they lost. All the writers after that, they lost all their future gigs because Game of Thrones, the finale was such a fucking failure. I hope they keep losing gigs. Hope their marriages fail. Hope their kids hate them and do fentanyl. Fuck them.
But I love King Joffrey.
Ugh, he's
I want
fine.
to be with him. I'm Sansa. Like,
That stupid bitch.
Stupid bitch is
Yeah,
lying and
dude.
shit. Don't spoil. I'm only on season 2.
He's
So don't
only on
spoil,
season
don't
two.
spoil
He
nothing
has
for me. I
not-
know it's mad shit that
You have
happened.
no idea.
No, goddamn.
Right?
So much. Like, that's what I loved about the show is that so many random events you don't see
Right,
coming.
right.
You're like at the end of the first season
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
first book.
Yeah, yeah.
When she like walked into the fire,
Yeah.
the Daenerys.
We were talking about Ned. Dude.
Yeah.
Spoiler,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, when he cut his head
What
off.
the f-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that guy. And it's like,
He was
it
fucking
doesn't
awesome.
stop.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying there's a whole bunch of like shit that fucking hurts your
Oh,
feelings?
dude, you
Yeah.
think
It
that's
does not end for a while.
Dude, I was trying to tell him like Ned isn't even the fucking the thing. Like,
But it'll be like a douche like Joffrey. I know he dies later on, but it's like a douche like him will keep surviving.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
a cool guy like Ned dies.
It's like life.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
assholes
yeah.
just last
Yeah, yeah.
forever.
Did you
Yeah.
watch like Oz or anything?
Of course.
Yeah, that was the first
course,
show
man.
I think to do the main character in the show can
Yeah,
die.
like when they kill
Can die.
when they kill Saeed and they
Yeah,
kill
dude.
when they kill Adabisi.
Adabisi's a good one.
Adabisi was a fucking
Saeed
good
came
one.
out of
Saeed was
nowhere.
that was the one that was fucked up.
It came out
and he
of
got
nowhere.
killed by the nerd and shit.
Shoots him, brings a gun to jail.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
fucking
Oh, shit.
wild. It's a good show. Well, it's not a good. It's a good show. It's not a great
It's HBO.
show.
You know what I mean?
It's the
HBO
first
has-
HBO
Yeah, yeah.
too.
Yeah.
One of the
And
first
Before
good series.
HBO got the money.
Everyone on it's either went to the
To
Wire,
Wire?
or Law and Order.
Yep,
Yep,
yep.
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's fucking dope.
Oh, you watch Size too?
No. No, I haven't.
You watched
What
The
do you
Wire?
No, I haven't. I know it's
Really?
good. I know.
Jesus Christ.
I,
What
do you-
I don't do much.
Oh, you
man.
don't-
I fucking I'm a loser.
Oh
I
man,
don't watch much.
Don't do much.
I know.
But I don't have
what's
to
your
love
like?
you.
What do you do when you're like? Besides comedy, what do you do?
Yeah,
like
just-
for just hang out.
Just hang out, work.
How long you
play
been
guitar.
in the comedy game in general? How long you been?
About 5 years.
Okay, nice.
But I'm not counting 2020.
Hey, did you still write? Did you perform a little bit? Did you do online
Not
stuff?
till the end of the year. I
When-
didn't do
was it-
online. I could not do the online shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck that.
I'm so
bad.
used to going live that it didn't bother me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was cool, but I did it a little bit in the beginning, but after a while, like in Connecticut, we started opening shit up like in May.
Yo, you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, we opened it in May. Sorry.
Yeah, so like we started getting back to the mics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
relatively early compared to like other places and shit. So.
Yeah, we also were very like, just once
I
it
did
opened,
think that was
everyone
weird
out, yeah.
that Connecticut opened up.
Yeah, some of the lowest numbers, right?
Once they said,
Yeah.
you're out,
But I
we
mean,
thought no one was going to show up, and the comedians came right out.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you guys are a commuter state. A lot of people commute from New York and shit. And so I would have thought that you guys would have stayed locked down longer, if anything.
Oh yeah, no,
But you didn't.
no man, fuck that shit. Yeah, I'm not. I hope we don't lock down again, dude. I don't.
We
give a fuck.
fucking better not, dude. You know what I keep hearing about the Delta variant?
Yes.
Is the cases. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cases. I've not heard one thing about deaths.
Yeah, dude, I just don't care. I didn't.
Yeah.
Listen, I've said this on my podcast before. Once my job said, "Oh, we're not shutting down," I didn't care anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm expendable. I don't care about any. I want shit to go on now because since
Yeah.
I have to be out in the world, like let everything else like not in a selfish way, but it's like if everyone is already going out and about anyways, doing their groceries and shit, just let all the other shit open too. Let me.
You gotta make an
Let me
attempt.
be out and about since I'm already out. And
You gotta try.
If you're gonna let me die, like if I'm expendable, what the fuck? You
Yeah.
know what?
It should- it
How
should
am I
be like
supposed
this.
to think?
If
How's
you-
it supposed to affect my psyche?
If you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel safe, stay at home. But I shouldn't
Yeah.
have to stay at home because you feel
Yeah, I'm
unsafe.
done with that shit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. This is
Oh,
the first time in history that they've like quarantined healthy people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude. And they also have, dude. It's all fucking politicized now, dude. Once the CDC said you can take off your mask, all these people who are like, I follow the science, were like,
No.
you know what? I'm actually going to keep it on
Yeah.
because I don't want to seem like I'm Republican. It's like, yo, what the fuck? You literally just said you follow science.
Yeah.
The scientists say
Yeah, it's bullshit.
you don't have to do it right now, and they're like, I'm keeping on. All right, it's like
And,
fucking
and
idiot.
you notice, like, well, the
whatever you
Delta
want.
variant didn't really start popping off until a lot of people got vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there should be a direct correlation because they say most vaccines take like 10 years to get like enough data. This shit's been out for like 18 months, not even that, like not even a year. So
Oh,
it's like
it's nuts, dude.
anything can go wrong. You know what I mean? And who's to say that's contributing to the Delta? But they would never admit to that. Like if
Yeah,
it did,
yeah.
They try to blame it on the healthy, but now they're starting to say, you know what? People that have the vaccine, they might be super spreaders of the fucking.
Well, dude, they also don't bring up the lab anymore. They already said like, yeah, it looks like that's where it came from, and they just went away. It's like get the fuck out. Whatever, dude.
And they never push like being healthy.
No.
If you look at like
dude,
supreme
sure.
athletes, what major sports athlete like passed away from COVID? None. Like somebody gave me a list. It was like a sumo wrestler, a morbidly obese NFL player, and a dude that was 23 that like had leukemia. So they all have comorbidities. But I'm talking about the average. The fucking diesel ass athlete, nobody's dying. You know what that tells me? If we fucking work out more, eat better, and take care of our health and follow that specific model, we'll be better as a people. But they don't want to fucking tell us that shit.
No, they don't tell you how
to get healthy, because getting healthy makes McDonald's go bankrupt.
Because Pepsi and McDonald's and all those things are behind it.
Took the word right.
Fucking
right
Nabisco.
Yeah.
You know?
Yoo-hoo. That fucking rabbit, dude.
I'm gonna get myself some Yoo-hoo, you cocksucker. With pudding. This is Joey Diaz.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell Joe Rogan. Before the COVID, I used to go down to this pizza place, Joe Rogan. They put something in the sauce, man. Let me tell you. Put in the sauce. He had this guinea. He really never washed his hands, Joe Rogan. I swear to God. And I would eat that sandwich every day. Every fucking time.
You gotta have more directions if you
too much pepper.
Yeah.
So I go to fucking take a shit later on. My asshole looks like a starfish.
He's fucking. Shout out to Diaz, man. I like him, but goddamn.
He's in New Jersey. Let's try to book
fucking
him.
insane.
Fuck
dude.
yeah, dude.
You probably want like 20 grand for like a 50-seater.
He's like, I'm not coming down there unless you have some chick from Mediator Monkey or some shit. It's just some weird shit like that. Oh, man.
You cocksuckers.
Who do you... I don't want to do that basic... Like, who do you like for stand-up shit?
Why not, man?
Interview, Mike.
Yeah, fuck it.
Who do you like? What? Who do you fucking
It's
inspire
on your
on, Mike?
influence. We don't know this dude. So
Yeah,
we gotta
I mean,
figure out what's going on with him, man.
I know.
Stop trying to be too
well,
cool.
I didn't want to do the... I don't
Ever
want to
since you got
focus
those
just on
bladed
comedy.
eyebrows.
I was going to ask him about like TV, but you don't watch too much TV.
No, not a whole lot. No.
No.
Damn.
I live in a camper right now. I should disclose that as well. I live in a fucking camper.
Oh, like on someone's property or?
Well, on a campground.
Ah.
So
Oh,
technically,
I thought
yeah.
you meant a camper. So like when you move, you literally just hook your truck up and they drive around the corner.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you have a lady in there with you?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I mean,
all right, cool.
she's getting
It's
a
not
house.
sad now.
I'd say we are getting a house,
Hell
but
yeah.
she's getting all the financial shit. So
You are the head of the
in like
household
a couple
per-
weeks. Yeah.
Per the
Oh,
Bible,
cool, man.
the man is the head. Even if
That's
the
right.
woman makes more money than you, you are the head of the home.
That's right. It's me.
You dominate.
And
that
then
shit.
my dog, and then her.
Yeah, dude.
He said bitches before bitches.
Yeah, dude. Women, they suck, dude.
women be hoes. Women be hoes. That's how you should have came
love
out.
skank.
Yo, these ladies is hoes,
Hell
yo.
yeah, dude.
That's what you should have did.
What's up, Portland? More like
I'm light skinned.
Whoreland, because there's a bunch of whores in
Whores
this
out
audience.
here.
Am I right, you guys?
They don't shave
Give it
their-
up for these skanks.
Damn, sluts.
Yeah.
I would imagine a lot of women in Portland have hairy vagina.
yeah.
Yeah, they just seem like shaving is not at the
Well,
top.
there's a certain demographic that
I was
you know
gonna
it's
say,
like that's the Ardennes. You don't want to go in there. It's
Ardennes?
fucking thick. You know what I mean?
What's
the
up?
Ardennes is the forest in the Belgium. The Black Forest. Yeah.
These blacks.
Let's do it.
These blacks.
There's some cute chicks out here. I was walking
yeah,
around
some
while
hotties.
smoking, and there was some
That
hot
girl with
chicks.
the leg tattoos. You
Yeah,
It was
dude,
it was a couple of tall chicks.
Dude,
I was pointing when I was talking about her like having bad sex with her boyfriend. I pointed at her. She was like, "No, I'm a lesbian." Like her face and shit. And when I saw her stand up, she was like 7 feet.
There was
Volleyball
this
player.
girl who came outside to smoke a cigarette and was just
yeah.
walking around, and she was inked the fuck up, and
yeah,
I, was-
that's your shit.
I had to look away because I was like,
what's the chick that got her ass beat? Christy Mack.
she's so hot, dude.
She got beat up by a war
porn
machine.
star.
Yeah, the porn star.
Oh,
Yeah, she quit
she's-
porn after that, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
too.
Oh,
It's a shame. Fuck you,
it's too
War
bad.
Machine.
I hate when like women quit porn and get their life together. That's like
yeah, that's
Yeah, and
That's
over
fucked up.
something like, oh, I got beat up.
I hate
Damn.
when bitches on like social media they have like a whole bunch of booty pictures and shit, but they have no OnlyFans. That's like the worst tease ever. I want to see if you're going to do it a little bit, like at least see the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I pay $5. I paid up to $50 for
The
OnlyFans
worst
once.
booty pics are the ones that's like, I've never felt confident, but I felt like posting this today, and it's like so well angled where you're like, you're pretty
You thought about
confident.
this,
You
yeah.
She like
slut. It's
photoshopped
cool.
out the cellulite.
Well, see, the thing is, I've said this before, is I'd rather the girl just be like, look at my ass. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm following you, dude. Like, but if
it's
it's a
not
girl,
like look at these shoes.
yeah,
You know?
no, I've seen a lot of girls be like, this is how I get through my, like, I never felt confident in my body, and this is how I show that I feel confident. And it's like, all right, dude, I get it. I'm a fan, but just be a slut. Like, I don't know. It's just, I love them.
I love sluts, man.
Who doesn't? You're lying if you don't. You
Porn
were
wouldn't be
poisoned by your parents if you
pornography
don't.
would not be the $1 billion industry it was if we didn't love sluts.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But it's weird because we live in these Me Too times where you can like get arrested just for looking at a chick. But at the same time, this is like they promoting so much sexual shit. So it's like the biggest mind fuck.
Yeah, it is, dude. Yeah. It's like women who do porn, but they're like, oh, it's empowering. It's like, no, you're giving into the patriarchy. You're giving into what you hate.
I want to meet, because there's no way a random girl was just like, this is empowering. There was some sleazebag guy who was like, you're not sluts.
Yeah. You're feminist.
This is brilliant. Now get naked and suck my dick. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And he convinced them, and it just kept going.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm not done. I'm fucking around, but seriously, like, it had. There's dudes have to enforce shit like that. It's because I know enough chicks don't think fucking porn is empowering. They might watch it, but they're not gonna go do it.
Right? Yeah.
I think if I was a chick with
and if they did, it's not because they're empowered.
If I was a chick with a vagina, I probably would definitely do porn. Yeah, man.
If I was
easy money, man.
Yeah.
See, it's the easiest.
You're thinking too.
Fuck it. While the body is still young.
If you were a chick with feet, you just take pictures of your feet, dude.
Yeah.
These chicks are fucking killing it.
I don't understand people like that, the foot fetish. I mean, to each his own, but I don't know.
So I don't
I don't get that.
I don't get it, man.
I don't have a foot
I like pretty
fetish.
feet, but
Yes, that's
but
what
the
it
whole
is.
like let me come on your souls.
No, I don't care about that at all.
Right.
In
It's
fact,
the sweatiest part of the human body.
Yeah.
And like the foot jerk off, it looks weird. It's like a monkey. It's like
that doesn't make sense.
If a monkey masturbated you, like that's what feet jerking you off looks like.
Real talk. Yo, there's also no way that is like the there's no way you could do it. Yeah. There's no way you could do that and make it feel good. I mean, if the guy is into that, but I mean, like, your feet aren't used to even. You can't. It's not meant to wrap. It doesn't around you. You know, it's not like a hand. It's just it's all fucked up. I don't get it.
You got to put two of them together. You lube them up. I haven't done this. So I'm just saying this is how it's done. You know that Dave Chappelle video? He's like, somebody fell asleep with their socks off.
Yeah. Got my nice foot friction.
He likes feet. Yeah. Redman likes feet, and I'm a Redman fan. Like I've never stuck a foot in my mouth or anything.
I have.
That's fine. Nothing weird about that. I'm not knocking it, but it's like I do prefer a girl who has nice feet. Just
of course, you want this shit done, but like I've never in my porn search.
Me neither.
Part of it.
Me neither. Even when I'm fucking, like I never grab a girl's feet or
anything.
You
ever see a chick get like foot fisted though? Where like put the whole foot in the vagina? I've seen that.
No, that is wild.
I don't know why I call it foot fisted. That's the only way to describe it, like footed.
What, like
foot fisted?
Like, wait, hang on. So do they slide it in there? Or they just kick them just right. I guess
that'd be fucking funny.
They have to slide.
Just punt her cunt.
That would suck so bad, dude. Oh my god.
I'm trying to redeem myself for the loss with this humor.
Oh, this is fun. I'm feeling so much better right now, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah, it's after fight. I was about to say I've been having a good day, but
it's
it's
like,
now
had a good show, guys.
Yeah, no. Oh no, we still got
we got some time.
We got at least another. We're cruising. We're leaving up. We're going at least a half hour.
Fuck yeah.
And I would do anything for love.
Meatloaf.
That's a callback, man.
That was a good one, dude. That was. I'm like, we'll see how that goes.
His voice, man. It's the only other fat guy I know that you wouldn't expect his voice to be. Is this guy named Robert John. He's like, sad eyes came deep. But he's like, the way the song begins, he's like, we had a good thing, you knew. But he's like fat as fuck, and you just don't expect the beautiful high pitched.
I see, yeah, because Barry White, you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Like,
or like Prince, like he's like small and dainty. But his voice is deep, and it's like, and if the stars, you know what I mean? It's like, so.
Well, yeah, but if you, it's like, I want to be your lover. He's like, don't want to pressure you, baby. Yeah. So Emily was making fun of us for singing on this.
Why? Because she has no vocals.
Usually
people like shit on you if you have a certain talent because they don't.
No. She was just saying like she's making fun of me, not me.
I'm talking about it just in general. Like, yo, you sing to what you do this. It's like it's like those like some chicks would be like, hey, why are you dressing like that? Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? He said because she can wear it She has the body. She,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
a girl could be dressed like super nice, and you'll be like, she has a nice dress, and whatever girl you're with will be like,
her shoes.
but her
Her earrings. Look at her earrings. They don't match.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I totally was. That mattered to me.
Yeah.
every time, dude.
That color just does not go with her eyes. It doesn't,
Dude, my ex used to do that too. Like I even said to her like it was first time she did. I'm like, I have a bit about that where she saw this chick and was like, she's really pretty, but like her sweater, and I'm like, who gives a fuck about her sweater? Why are you even bringing that up? Why did that enter your mind? Why'd you bring her down? I was like, it's fine, she's cool.
bitches
Shout
be
out to my
bitches.
ex. Anyway.
But if she's like, if you're just like, oh, that's not her sweater, that's hair. Like, oh Jesus, that's a problem.
Yeah, dude, that'd be a problem.
Sasquatch, bitch.
Oh, dude.
What if you like the hottest girl you ever met? She wanted to hook up with you, but she had like a hairy back.
Ooh. Yeah, dude. I'm a big.
That's
I
rough.
like doggy style.
Because that's like very masculine, or like hairy ass cheeks. Like I've seen bitches with like baby hair, but like it's like soft, kind of like whatever. But like I'm talking like full out, just like Zangief from Street Fighter.
He's just fucking
Hairy
shocking
ass-
everyone.
No, that's that's Blanca.
Oh,
That's Blanca.
still the back. He has a beard.
That's
his hair. Actually,
he's a big ass Russian with the fucking hairy back and shit, and he
okay.
like has
That's on me.
the spinning clothesline move and shit. No, it's all good. You're young.
I got the fucking Street Fighter shirt, dude.
Hadouken.
I also.
How old are you,
I'm
Mike?
a Malcolm.
34.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're like-
34?
You're on the
34.
cusp, you're like
word,
right
I'm
there,
29.
mid-80s.
Yeah, yeah.
87?
I thought you were.
86.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
I'm
you-
gonna be 35.
Yeah, you're in my. I'm 79, but you're like in my bracket.
You're 79.
Yeah.
Oh, you were born in.
No, I would. Yeah, what if I was like the youngest?
Jesus.
Man,
dude, huh?
Yeah, cool.
Fuck yeah.
No, we're not gonna stop talking, man.
No way.
79. You're 79 years old.
I wish at this age.
Oh,
I
you
don't know.
look
It's
like
just fuck-
that
it's
at
fucked up,
79.
though,
You'd
'cause
be
I'm
good.
42. It's like I'll be thinking like 18 years. I'll be 60. That shit is deep. Man.
Oof. Yeah,
It's
I don't
not that
thinking
long.
about
It's
that.
not. And think about look how fast time goes. I'm just like Jesus Christ, man.
I've already been doing comedy for 5 years. Like, yeah, I'd like to go somewhere with this, but then I look back and it's like that was 5 years. What's the next 5 gonna be? Jesus Christ.
He started because you started 29, so you started relatively late. Like I started 34. But,
Yeah.
but you know what? But you
25.
started as an older person, so you have more experiences. So your
Yeah, that's what I-
your
that's what I
trajectory
like.
is probably quicker than somebody that starts like 18 or 19. Like,
Yeah,
it would take
yeah.
them 15 years to get to where you were like.
It's like I
35.
had to go through. I went through like college and shit, and
Yeah.
had my shitty exes and got them out of the way.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
then I was single for 3 years, and it was like that's where I picked up comedy. So it's like I had to have all those shitty experiences because otherwise, if I was just right out of high school, like, hey, what's the deal with chicken
Yeah,
nuggets?
yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, the only
calculus. Am I right?
yeah, the only fingering. No. The only benefit of starting young is and growing is that you started young, so you know
It's time.
humor
Yeah,
better.
it's
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
So when you do get to hear, you're able to joke about life better. But we're all idiots. I started at 25, so I'm smarter than you two.
Not all of us were privileged to start at the age of 14 like Dave Chappelle and have our mothers
Fucking Dave
take us to
Chappelle.
the bar.
All right, hey man,
Or
don't
Bill
Hey,
Hicks.
Mom,
Bill Hicks
can you
snuck
take
out.
I have nothing bad to say about Dave Chappelle on this podcast.
Can you take me to do
Shout
comedy
to-
jokes?
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
I know I'm 14 years old, but one
Greatest
day-
living comedian.
Yeah. Ow!
Don't be doing Dave Chappelle.
Doing my best Tony Woods impression. He's my man.
I still haven't seen Tony Woods.
Tony Woods. You haven't seen him?
No.
It's identical. But Dave says it all the time. Like Tony Woods was my inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Just like Richard Pryor was copying Bill Cosby when he first started. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but let's be real.
it was
One of
copying,
them-
you know, because
one of them
if
was
you do
way
their
better than
impressions,
the other, and it is Bill. No,
yeah, it's the same. Like Richard Pryor's like these motherfuckers talking shit, and Bill Cosby. These guys are doing. Richard Pryor is just like a slow. You know what I mean? It's very similar.
Then Richard Pryor just said, "I'm going to do like not
Adult stuff.
adult
Yeah.
stuff," and it's fuck.
But he was like, I was doing Bill Cosby for the first 5 years, Jack. You know,
fuck.
he was literally copying his jokes word for word.
I
Everyone
used
does
to
it.
when I was a kid. I used to listen to Cosby because my mother is like wicked
clean,
fucking.
yeah.
Like she's a Jehovah's Witness, so she's wicked
I'm
strict.
ex-Jehovah's Witness.
No shit, dude.
Nice.
You, me, Kurt Metzger.
Hell yeah!
Yep, Kurt
Shout
Metzger.
out to Kurt Metzger.
Fucking.
This is a guy named Jay Scott from Chicago. Jay the comedian. He's pretty popular on YouTube. But he's an my boy Keenan Jerome Floyd. He's actually writing
Shout out to Keenan, for real.
He's writing a podcast for Godfrey. He's ex-Jehovah's Witness.
Charlemagne the God.
Charlemagne is another one. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of them.
Did you guys ever have
Bone Thugs and Harmony? No, Lazy. I think Lazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Really?
Biggie Smalls.
No shit.
Yeah, Biggie Smalls, XJW. Yeah, it's a lot of us, man.
So
Notice we're all X.
Yeah.
That's how we're able to do shit with our
I
life.
can have a whole other podcast on that religion.
Did
just
they?
in general?
What's the weirdest thing when you guys open the doors? Anyone like cock out or anything?
I didn't do it enough. I stopped when I was going to do it when I was like 18, but nah.
So
But Keenan, he has a bit where he said like somebody had like piss stains when he got to the door. It was like all different colors and shit. You know? He was like Tang, Yoo-hoo.
that's disgusting.
It's like this dude needs to drink some more water.
What I love is like you go, it's like 9 a.m. on a Saturday, and it's like, oh yeah, you're not bothering anyone.
Like what
the fuck, dude? Like you're gonna wake people up hungover, and you think that that's gonna get you recruits?
Yeah.
Maybe to talk to me as a child.
To talk about some shit that you really have no way of proving.
Yeah,
you just believe that shit is fucking.
Oh, it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Religion in general, but they're just so fucking just hardcore with the Christianity, and you know they bend it and they twist it.
Yeah,
a little bit,
they're very literal.
Yeah.
Like they're very materialist in their belief. It's not like that. Oh, Adam and Eve weren't really a thing. It's like, no, that's a story. There's a concept to it. There's literary meaning.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
But like they don't get that.
You talk to certain religious people, they think a lot of shit in the Bible happened.
Yeah.
I had a cousin
When
like
it's
that.
convenient though, like because they'll still switch certain things. Oh, this was a metaphor, but this actually happened. And
Right.
It's like,
Well, like
who
when,
made you the authority?
When Lot's daughters got him drunk and fucked him.
Yeah.
That was they conveniently skim over that.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that shit makes there's so much not.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, it's just like I've had people literally be like, well, they did find Noah's Ark. And I'm like, they did not get 2 animals of every animal on a
it's
fucking
impossible.
boat.
No,
You're an idiot.
Somebody was breaking that shit down. It was like, what the fuck did they do with all the shit?
Yeah.
And how did they have enough vegetation to feed all those fucking animals and shit?
It's literally
How did they gather up the mosquitoes?
Yeah.
And like all the
You're
bugs. Because
retarded,
it said 2 of like hoofed animals and shit. It's not talking like the bugs and flies and all that shit. It was like different, like 7.
Yeah.
There's like a whole bunch of other different, like how could they
Stupidest people in
keep
the
track of that?
Yeah.
It's like if you ever see that movie Bruce Almighty or whatever, like I guess God put it into the animals to all go into that one place. I'm like, if God has the power to put this idea into all these animals' heads to go to one place, why not just put the idea in human beings to just be better people?
Yeah.
Right,
Why
yeah.
do you keep fucking... Yeah.
Doing all this extra shit, like no, just fucking take my free will
know
away,
what?
and just make me do
Exactly,
good.
yeah.
I have a gripe with God. Why do animals get to rape and murder? All right, let's be real. I'm just kidding. Sorry. No, I'm joking around, but like for real, it is stupid when people are like, like God, created us to have free will.
Yeah.
And then we can't judge things based on like nature, but it's like we as humans just developed reason and shit, and then religion. And free will is just a part of it. It's just we have morals and shit.
Yeah.
That's what separates us from the animals. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't
The
even know where I was
concept is
going with
that
this. Fuck.
we evolved to understand good and evil because animals don't understand evil
But
or
then
good. They just do. They are.
And
you
then-
know?
Yeah, and
But
then
if
they
it's
cut
like really-
animals slack too at the same time. They're like, oh, and like animals have no like malevolence or anything. It's like, I mean, they all murder and rape.
Right.
Like even if and then you have the whatchamacallit? I don't know. I lost.
And then I was gonna say, like, is it actually free will? Because it's like, okay, God, you know what? I don't like the way you're doing things. I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay, you fucking die. That's not really.
Yeah.
Free will is like, yo, I don't like chocolate ice cream, so I want some vanilla over here.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to die because I don't want to eat chocolate.
Exactly.
I just want to do this shit over here. Just let me do my thing.
Yeah. It
You
makes
gave me
no
like, you
sense,
made me this not invincible, but this everlasting being. But you're gonna take it away from me just because I don't like certain things.
So,
your philosophy.
yeah.
So I gotta fucking die. That whole religious concept is bullshit.
That's what I'm saying too, dude. So humans, we know there's a God, so we have to follow the rules, but he also made the animals and was like, you know what? They don't have to know about me, and they get to murder and rape, and nothing happens to them when they die.
And that's the thing too. Like,
That's what I was getting at.
that's a good point. And like a lot of
right?
references we get from animals. Like we learn from watching animals. So it's like we have to be like better than them, but they can rape and kill and do all this shit. And we're watching them do this, and it was like, but no, don't be that way. It's like
Yeah.
There's people.
Like, this is shitty writing, man. You know?
There's a bit I have written
Shitty
down.
writing.
Why was shitty fucking writing? Dude?
Dude, when I was out in as they call it field service when I was like fucking 12.
That's
or
when you go
whatever.
outside and go door to door.
Yeah,
Appreciate
yeah.
it.
Okay.
So I looked, and as I was walking by this like apartment building, these two cats started fucking on the windowsill, and I was like, "But we can't do that."
Exactly, dude.
Okay,
Exactly.
Dad pun, fornicat.
Yo, you're a fucking retard.
That was silly.
Yo,
dude.
Mike hated me so much when I said that shit. Just now. He's like,
He's like, I
I
gotta
set it up though. I said dad joke.
That's you
That's
did. You
silly.
did.
I
You
said
didn't
silly.
just drop it and think we were gonna laugh.
Nah.
Yeah,
I
you
knew
were
you
like,
were.
you were like,
No, I
fornicat.
I
and
did
then-
that. The genius of that, it was I was trying to bomb. I was like, what's
Hold up,
that?
Raj.
That non-funny like Dyke, British comedian. That I'm gonna do comedy a different. Oh no, she's Australian. I'm gonna do comedy a different way now. It's not gonna be
oh,
funny.
it was right.
Hannah Gadsby or whatever. The
Hannah
fuck.
Gadsby. Yeah.
It's like, look, you don't have to be funny to do comedy, and then nobody laughs at it. It's like, yeah, because I wasn't trying to be funny. Like, no, you set that low ass bar because you're not fucking funny.
Yeah.
I didn't see her, but I just assume it's like, I know
She's
you
interesting,
thought
though.
I was raped. I know you all heard I was raped, and you're thinking,
That's pretty
who
good.
would do that?
That's fucking good. That's fucking pretty good, man.
Who was walking down the street and
Yeah,
saw a
but-
little old fat man was like, I'm gonna rape her.
You ever notice like
Turn a little
when
British.
British women sound masculine, but like British dudes sound feminine?
Yeah.
That's like the fucking weirdest shit. I don't
That is
know.
weird.
Yeah, I gotta work that somehow.
Anyway,
It's Levioso.
Sorry, yeah, Levioso. Sorry that happened to you, Annie Gatsby, but you're not funny. Anyway,
She has good. She's a good motivational speaker.
yeah,
She's
sure.
like
So is-
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, and yeah, you can. I got to do a bit on that too. I want to. Motivational speaking
We're
is
not
the
trying to be funny.
biggest
No,
horseshit.
'cause you
dude.
stink.
Yeah, no, I mean motivational
Maybe I
speaking.
should try
though,
that.
You would win every. Yo, if you say
approach.
I'm not trying to be funny, you will win every fucking time because every
Yeah.
time you're not funny. I know that's what I said I wasn't.
I know a couple comedians that have a one-man show. I think for that reason. I mean, there's some funny stuff peppered in it, but it's not hilarious. You know what I mean? But they have a special now,
Right.
Because it's
A one-man show.
a one-man show. It's
Talking
not.
about John Leguizamo.
No, I don't know.
You don't know him?
Oh yeah, I know him. The
He
guy
was
from
in,
John Wick who has the cars.
He was in Empire, like the original Empire movie and shit.
Oh.
He played. He was on Spawn, wasn't he? He played.
You seen Carlito's Way?
Yes. I think
He's the guy who
years
kills
ago.
Carlito at the end.
Yeah. He's Benny Blanco
Benny
from the
Blanco.
Bronx.
You seen John Wick?
He was in Tu Wong
yeah,
Fu. He
yeah.
played a
He's the guy
transvestite.
who gives John Wick his car, or like is like, you stole John Wick's car. That's it.
This is the reason why I got the phone out, man.
Yeah,
you know
you
what I'm saying? To do the
Audio podcast listeners, go Google John Leguizamo and check out his body of work. It's
no,
pretty, pretty wild.
he's a fucking great actor. man.
Character actor, yeah, I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
He's my
He's in
girlfriend. She's a fucking whore. I don't want anything to do, you fucking whore. He has like this weird way of talking and shit.
Yeah,
he has like a lisp.
He's
She's fucking beautiful, man. She's like awesome.
he's odd in a lot of movies. He's always an odd guy. Anyway, Leguizamo. What kind
He was in
of?
some zombie movie too, like Land of the Dead or some shit like that.
Yeah, he was. He
was in Land of the Dead.
He was this main. He becomes like one of
One
the
of the
main
main
zombies.
ones because the main one was a black zombie.
Yeah,
the one that kept going.
yeah.
He was sounding like Shawn Michaels when he come.
We have neighbors. We have neighbors. We do have neighbors.
You ever watch?
I don't know.
porn?
I just saw these three guys go into a room and then
Some gay shit going on. No.
It's like Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, the chair breaks.
Ving Rhames.
Move aside, Butch.
We're gonna kill Mr. Rapist here.
I'm far from fucking okay.
We're gonna bring 2 guys with pliers and a blowtorch.
It's a great movie.
We gonna get medieval on your ass.
What's the last? I know you don't watch a lot of stuff, but what's the last? We're almost done. What's the last like movie you watched where you're like, I love this movie?
oh
I
fuck,
usually chop it off at that. What about you, Bob?
probably it was a Scorsese,
Irish one.
Shutter Island.
Oh, good one.
Is that
That was
recent?
a good
That
one.
came out relatively recently.
Last
or?
20 years. I think.
Yeah,
15
it's
years.
after The
When
Departed.
did you like leave the Jade? It's tied in, but when did you leave the witness religion? Like pretty much.
Pretty much when I turned 18.
And it's okay, 16 years. But I'm thinking because you were in that religion, you probably missed out like a lot of cartoons and a lot of movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
More than somebody that wasn't
sure.
affiliated with it all. Like I started when I was 12, but my family wasn't in. I just chose to do it myself.
Yeah.
You understand? But I could understand why you probably, and then you developed, you were so conditioned about celebrating birthdays and watching things and doing certain things that a lot of that shit still stays with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you just don't pay attention to shit.
Decided to join the Jehovah's Witnesses on your own.
Yeah. Well, but what happened was I always had.
Yo, you're a fucking retard.
I always had questions. Like I was always a kid, like 5 years old, like questioning death and shit like that. And anyway, when I was like 12, I was on the bus stop going to a barbershop, and there was a witness. He was just talking about stuff on the bus, and they talked about death. And just as a 12-year-old kid, a lot of it just made logically it made. They're good at making it seem logical. You understand what I'm saying? And it's pretty much you can convince a 12-year-old kid pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And it's like I came across that, and my mother just needed a babysitter, like you know what I'm saying, for like an hour every week or whatever. So and that's pretty much how I got into it. But by the time I was 18 and started getting into girls and stuff, I was pretty much
He was into boys.
Because pussy
still.
is
Still
so
into
much
boys.
better than
it's
God.
awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
If not for the religion, I probably would have lost my virginity at like 14. But because of that religion, I would just like touch titties and shit. But I didn't really have sex. Once I got into college and got away from them, that's when things started. And I started like learning about different religions and the 5% of religion. And you know what I mean? Like once I got going to college, pretty much crushed Christianity for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That should do it. I've said it before. Like I when I went to college, I remember like going out to smoke and some kid at the elevator. I'm like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm going to mass," and I'd like laugh in his face, like, "Ha, seriously?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, no." I'd be like, "You know, your parents like don't come here anymore. Like they're not around, and God's not real." And then they'd just be like,
I won't say all that, but I definitely think there's some type of higher energy source that like we're all a part of. You know what I mean? Like there's like it's just there's electricity in every single one of our cells, and it lets off radio waves and shit like that. There's something out there, man.
Going back to the animals and thing, I don't believe if there is a God, I really don't think it gives a fuck about.
No, I don't either.
At all.
I don't either. That's why I get mad when people are like, "Oh, I'm so blessed. God got me a husband. God did this. God did this." What made you so special that God gave you these things?
Exactly.
But they're fucking letting like little kids get murdered and tortured.
Why don't you live in a country where a tsunami hit?
I feel like that's like one of the most like asshole things you can do is brag about how blessed you are when so many other people are fucking suffering.
This is
like,
why,
keep that shit to yourself, man.
When I got out of the religion, I still had this yearning to learn shit because I'm like, something isn't right. And I started like studying the esoteric stuff, and then it's like, oh,
Eastern
this
religion?
is all not even Eastern, but like within the context. Because I read this book called The Secret History of the World, and it talks about it's good. It talks in a Christian context, so obviously I was raised with that, so it made sense. It's like it explains that like this is what Adam and Eve technically means, and that this is the snake is like the formation of
like kind of like the zeitgeist.
Yeah,
Zeitgeist kind of breaks that down too.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, so God is just a form of thinking, I guess you could say.
It's the super.
You know what I mean?
It's like God is the super ego, man is the ego, and like Satan or whatever. That's like your id, like your lower self. Just kind of like briefly explain this whole shit.
And you meet all of them when you do mushrooms.
Right.
There you go. Yeah.
And they say there's a book called The 16 Crucified Savers. Like every major religion has some type of deity that went through like some type of Jesus type trial and tribulation. And if you really, really break it down, we're pretty much all Jesus. We're going through like some type of tribulation in life.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
It's all like.
Yep.
Isn't it weird?
It's when
all
people get
connected.
crazy with it that it's like, no, that's not fucking what it is.
Isn't it weird that they always make Jesus hot?
I mean, you
gotta make him a little fuckable. You know?
I mean, you have a Jesus.
Nah, he
thing
was hot
going.
until they started like making him like look more Middle Eastern. And shit.
No, but think about
like
it.
and monkey apish.
You could say it.
That's what they do. Like they just like, damn. It's like either like Kenny G or like just Cro-Magnon. Like it's like nothing in between.
Well, one is closer to the truth. Let's be real. But
what are you trying to say?
No. I mean, like back then, people looked crazier back then, just in general.
Yeah.
But
there was a lot more inbreeding.
Jesus didn't have. Well, if he did, when you see him on the cross, he's chiseled. Like he looks like some. like some chicks gonna go suck him off sometimes.
Yeah.
He's like waiting.
Yeah.
But
He did get sucked off by Mary Magdalene. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Oh, dude, definitely. No, she was
Jesus had
dude,
urges,
Talk about,
you know?
talk about.
Damn, sluts.
Mary
But I was,
Magdalene's
what's the
number
movie with
one.
Nicolas Cage where he's like figuring out shit about Jesus and shit? The Da Vinci Code.
I never. No,
That shit is so
that's
dope.
Tom
Like you
Hanks.
think
That's
it's
Tom Hanks.
because
Tom
they
Hanks,
connected
yeah.
to the Bible so much. You think that shit is real. Like oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
I
like,
never got
God
into
damn.
Or like
that
Indiana
kinda
Jones and the
adds
Last
up in a way.
Crusade, where they're going through like the trials and
Yeah.
shit. Like Sean Connery's like Jehovah spelled with a J,
Yeah, Jehovah. Yeah.
spelled with an I, and I'm like trying to like walk off of like a building, thinking I could just like have faith
That
and not fall to the
freaked
ground.
me
and
out.
shit.
Yeah.
I did not understand that until like 10 years ago, maybe. That whole thing. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just an optical illusion.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and he threw sand on the
stupid.
fucking
Yeah.
I did not
Did you
understand
ever see
this
Last
as a child.
Crusade? Indiana
fuck
Jones?
yeah.
It's fucking
course.
awesome.
Should, if you haven't. You should.
That's
No,
a
but
classic.
especially if you got like a religious background, that like that stuff.
Yeah.
You're trying to like connect it to like the stuff that you already know. So I like
The thing that
that.
made
Yeah.
me give up about Catholic religion was that everyone in it is a fucking idiot. Like, like the adults who run the like catechism and shit, they're not cool. Like, you don't. Like, I understand why other religions people grow up being like, yeah, I want to be like that because it seems like fun. The people in there are
Yeah.
fun, but Catholics just nag
Yeah.
and complain about how everything is like, oh, Jesus is coming back, so you got to do all this and be good. And you're like, you're annoying. Like, you're not fun to be around.
I feel like their music sounds evil too.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, you go to a black church and it's like praise. Everyone's clapping,
Yeah,
dancing. You go to
definitely.
it literally looks like we're about to sacrifice Jesus again. He's up there dead on the cross, hot, dead on the cross again.
Satan has given
Pisses me off.
Well, they say Satan like invented all music and shit. So
It's all in Latin, so you don't know what they're saying. You know?
Yeah, man, I don't like it.
And now for the Eucharist.
And then you think, and then every priest, and every priest you see, you're like, I hope he's not a pedophile. It's just fucking insane.
Yeah.
And every preacher's fucking people's wives are stealing money. It's just fuck religion.
How
It's
come
weird.
every pope looks like Anthony Hopkins? It's like,
They all look.
they all look like Anthony Hopkins, like all of them.
Yep.
Right?
Why does every pope have to be 100 years plus?
And
too?
I ate her liver with a side of fava beans and a Chianti.
And I said grace before.
So I keep forgetting you are an impressionist on the dirty low.
Very much so.
You're gonna start
People
bringing
are-
that shit out more and
I'm
more.
trying to do it more on the pod. It's just again, anyone listening, we do this shit at like 2 a.m. You guys suck my dick.
Hello, Clarice.
No, this
Hello,
one's been fun. I might even bank this
I can
one just
smell it.
because
I can
we
smell-
didn't do any real. We talk about Delta. Who gives a fuck?
I can smell your vagina. It smells like peaches in your panties. You're in the air. I can taste it.
Oh, we did
It's a
date it with the
diabolical
competition.
gay.
But who cares? Yeah, just fuck with the
You said you're gonna bank this? What does that
We
mean?
might. We just talked about the competition Delta. I'm just talking.
What do you mean? Oh, on the section
like we
shit?
might
Like
just
cut it up?
No. I meant like we might just not release this
What?
this week. And just no. We'll release it. I'm saying just at a later time.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
telling
yeah.
myself
I
like
got
that.
you, I got you.
No. We're
How's it
doing
going
this. This is
bad,
fun.
man?
This has been fun.
Oh,
This has
fuck
been
yeah.
great.
Fuck yeah.
I'm having a great time with you guys. It took me out of my. I wasn't even. I was just tired earlier. Now I'm
you're
awake
good
and I'm
now.
ready. We're gonna smoke a joint after this. Go to bed. Not together though, because we're not
together,
gay.
no. He said
Wait, so
Jehovah-
dude, you live in the.
Jehovah spoke with the J, but in Hebrew it's spelled with the
Roll the J, dude.
Indiana.
Shaken, not
And
stirred.
they go in the back and they're like, "What was the first joint? How did it? What kind of paper was it rolled with?" And he's like, "Oh."
What kind of paper?
And he's like, "What did they do?" He's like, "It was on a scroll." And like the Nazi picks like a fucking.
Sean Connery talks like his
jeweled-
mustache is between his teeth and his lip.
Since he was young, did you ever see the thing of him talking about how women get smacked?
Oh yeah. That's
yeah.
Great clip.
You have to give them a schmuck sometime.
Great clip.
Let them know.
I love
You
that
heard
clip.
me.
Hilarious. Dude, so funny.
I smack her in the mouth when she gets lippy.
Yeah,
God
go.
damn, Sean.
Yeah, the chick's like, "Have you changed your stance?" She's like, "You still believe that?" It's like, "I do, and I have not altered my stance at all."
Watch they cancel him and like dig up his star
He's
off of the
mad.
fucking Hollywood Walk of
Nah,
Fame.
dude, he did that just because she sprung it on him. You can tell they're having a good time.
Oh,
She
yeah.
springs it on him, and he's
So
like,
he's joking,
"Fuck
man.
you, bitch! I'm going."
Yeah.
He just doubled down. Who gives a fuck?
But like the film, like
He's
he
dead.
beat bitches.
Nah,
That
they
is
pro-
just messed up.
They deserved it.
Okay, it's like he beats bitches, but all the women complaining about it would still fuck him.
Of course they would.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So when a woman gets hit, you'd be like, what did you do?
Joking.
What did you do to cause?
Who is it? Sean Connery? Sean Connery. I feel like he does have a swing to
What
him.
exactly did you do to get punched across your face?
She's a slut.
She's a cunt.
He's college.
Deliver your shot.
You know, to be fair though, I'd fuck a girl who would key my car. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll fuck a girl. I mean, if a girl mid fuck is like smack me in the face.
Oh man,
Yeah, I've been ruined by certain women.
Yeah. So you just beat some of these bitches in
it's
the bed.
I don't beat them. They ask
You're like
to
Tyler,
get smacked.
you're like Tyler Durden.
Girl has to get smacked and I smack her. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, not like they're not. Oh, she was asking.
I'm
for
not
it. She's
like-
literally
I'm
asking
not like-
for it.
No,
You know, I can't hit the mic there, but I'm not like smacking her in the face. It's just like a nut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give her a good swift one.
nice little pat.
It depends too. Some of them are insane, and I'm like, you need to calm down because this is wild.
They want to get beat the fuck up.
Really, dude. You've heard my bit about that, where it's like liberal chicks. It's like they're like, don't make fun of gays, don't make fun of women, but it's like once you get them naked, they're
Beat
like,
me up.
beat me up, you faggot.
You ever heard that one before?
Yeah,
That's fucking funny. I never heard that one. That's fucking
And
hilarious.
you're like, okay, I don't
me
know
a
why you
black
called me
eye.
that. Thought we were all against that.
Yeah.
if I'm not bleeding from my nose, I'm not coming.
Not even that. It's just I just had that. I've had a few SJW chicks who are like, I would never. And then when you get them naked, they're insanely aggressive, and you're like, I'm all for it, but I'm like,
Yeah, they
I
got to
wouldn't-
get it out. They have
I
no
would
outlet.
yes,
you know?
there it is, dude. I wouldn't have pegged them for it, and you know what?
Damn, sluts.
I appreciate you. That's pretty much. I
Because
mean,
they all want to be whores, but they don't want to admit that shit.
and yeah, they
the
should
whore.
be like you, me, Cliff, and a bunch of other comedians who just blatantly say we're sluts and
You're
talk
a whore.
about it. We really do. If you got a lady, but if you become a slut again,
Oh,
let
yeah.
them know, dude.
He's not a lady, he's Meatloaf.
That's right.
And I would do anything
Nice,
for
sir.
Turkey
love.
meatloaf. I've been called turkey meatloaf. So
Guys, so we're wrapping up because it's just
yeah.
you got anything to plug, Mike? Do you have a Instagram podcast shows coming up? Anything?
I got Mike.Gray86 is my Instagram. I don't use it a whole lot, but I think I'm going to start using it more. Facebook.com/Mike Gray Comedians with an A, Mike Gray.
Nice, like Owen Gray. And
Yes,
everyone,
that's right.
The real ones know
That's
what I'm
right.
talking about.
And I mean, all the shows I have are up here until.
Put them up. Who knows?
Oh,
because I'll send this to you and you can link it. I will put this out next week. Screw it. Who cares? And
Fuck it.
You can just you can post it in a group if you want.
Oh, yeah.
That's Robert J.
Ah, that's okay.
You don't expect that from his voice. Listen.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
Nope.
He looks like one of the fat comedians that went
Yo, he looks like dude. Oh my god.
Robert John.
Yeah.
Oh, let me take it off. God, I want you to get a fucking.
You're good. You're good. Don't, it'll be fine. But take it off.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we played it enough.
Yeah.
Right,
We played
yeah.
enough.
I just wanted you to hear it. And
No,
see, yeah.
you ruined Mike's plugs. Mike's what
That's
do
it.
you got?
That's
I'm
it,
sorry,
man.
I'm sorry.
That was it.
Let's
so I
say,
got-
say,
I got
say
a
it one more
couple-
time. Say it one more time.
Oh, well,
It's my fault.
Mike Gray Comedian on Facebook.
Okay.
Mike.Gray86 on Instagram.
Okay.
The shows I got coming up, like Craft Brew Underground, I'm pretty much always fucking there. That's up in Auburn, Maine.
Hell yeah.
But then I got Levitt Theater in Agunquit, which is southern Maine, a little closer to.
When are these? Do you know?
That's
the
the
things?
19th this month.
Yeah,
And
you
then
definitely that's you?
Yeah,
You
that's me.
definitely like an 80s rocker right there.
Fuck
That's
yeah,
fucking
dude.
dope picture, man.
That'll be tomorrow when this comes out, guys. So if anyone's
Tomorrow?
listening,
What?
check it
Oh,
out.
it's next week. You mean?
I know, but I'm
okay,
saying
yeah,
when
yeah.
this. Yeah.
You like you better say just a small time guy.
One near you guys, kinda. The Park Grill in Worcester on the 29th.
Oh,
okay.
John Tyler. Shout out to
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
dude. Shout out John Tyler. I haven't
Fuck
seen him. in a
yeah.
while. I like those guys out there.
And then the Shaskeen September 15th.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Cool.
Nice.
Mo Grizzy.
And the 3rd of September, don't call me, because I'm going to be watching Stanhope in Boston.
Oh,
Nice,
dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
nice.
Are you on
Joe
with them? Or you
Beggs,
just gonna
oh,
watch?
I wish. Oh, my
Joe
God.
Baggs open. Joe Baggs
Yeah,
open for stand
funny
up.
dude, dude.
Yep.
Shout out to
I
Joe
helped
Beggs.
him get in that position. Believe it
Hey,
or not.
Joe Beggs. If anyone hears this knows Joe Beggs, DM him, text him.
Yeah.
He's a bitch for not coming on the podcast yet.
Yeah.
Joe
Pussy.
Begley?
Joe Begley.
Oh yeah,
love him.
he just moved up here from like San Francisco, and I was like, dude, you know Chad Opitz?
He came here?
Fucking love
No,
Chad
but
Opitz.
the reason why he got his gig in San Francisco because my friend Keenan Floyd was doing a show and I like plugged them together. And through Keenan, eventually, that's how he got met Stanhope. So if this motherfucker blows up, it's because Mo Green.
Yeah, I was about to say Mo Green mentored Joe Begley.
I didn't.
And
Did I mentor
Musa.
him a little bit? I gave him some tags.
Yo, you're a fucking retard.
You got anything else, Mike?
No, man, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
That's
guys, check him out on Instagram. I love this guy. He's a cool ass dude. Mo, you know.
Man, yeah, the 20th, August 20th, I got the Elbow Room featuring. 21st, we're doing the No Chill, which is basically like a kind of like Wild 'N Out, but Richie Hector's own version. I'm in Pittsfield on the 27th. I'm at JJ's in Florence, Mass, the 28th. The 2nd, I'm in near Cape Cod, and I think the 24th.
Cape Cod is what room is that?
Oh, it's near Cape Cod. It's not exactly there, but it's like in that area.
Is it?
But it's this guy named Taryn Jackson. But
No.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. And then the 24th, I'm doing a fundraiser at the Elbow Room.
Fuck yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I got to get down your way soon, dude.
Come
we got
hang,
a lot of
dude.
shit going on there.
Let me know, and we'll if I don't have something going on, we'll figure something out for you.
dude.
I'll send you to people. I got you.
Fuck yeah.
Guys, you know the deal. Follow me at Silly Selly on Instagram. Follow the podcast at Yes Offense Official on Instagram. If you want to come see me live, I will be at the Elbow Room in West Hartford doing a spot.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on 1 second. I want to get this guy's thing
Look
right.
at your calendar, bro.
I know. No, I have the calendar, but I always fuck his. I've had this guy's poster, and I always am getting it. There it is. Sorry. Opening for Kevin Downey Jr.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be a fun one. Saturday, August 21st, I'll be doing a feature spot. And then August 26th in New Haven, that's a Thursday night at Bear Smokehouse Barbecue. I'm producing another show. I'm also on it, obviously. And Jameel Fame from New York's coming down. Joe Mahoney's coming down. Melissa Misconduct is hosting. That shit is going to be fire.
Nice.
And I don't know. I'll have stuff coming up in September, guys. I'm just fucking, playing it close to the knife or whatever. I don't know the word. Anything else, guys? We're good?
Yeah, I think
Nah,
we're good.
This was dope, man.
This was fun, man.
You got
been fun.
and I do a podcast too every now and again. It's called the Momentary Podcast, like MO. Instead of commentary, it's momentary. And just with your XJW stories and stuff like that.
Yep.
I can introduce you to Keenan. He's like a writer in Hollywood and comedian and stuff.
Oh,
And
shit.
I think just as like a religious podcast, I think we can have some fun and talk
yeah.
about
That'd be cool.
why we got out of it and shit like that. You know what I mean? We can really, really go in. Like I go in on religion the way you go in on like movies and shit like that.
You have me on,
That's
man.
my
I'll go in
expertise.
on religion, and also I've had you on like 3 times. It's fine. No big deal. Don't bring up the booking thing.
Oh wait, I
Don't bring
forgot.
up the
I forgot
the
one
booking
thing.
I was joking around.
What?
Remember how you're like, you never booked me?
I
know that was
I don't care
I'm
about that.
fucking with you.
No, I forgot. I do have a podcast, but I do it kind of just at the fucking when I feel like it, called Gray After Dark. And it's just like a Bill Burr style. I just sit there and fucking
This guy's
bitch.
fucking crazy. He's going around. He's saying all these crazy things. I don't know what's going on.
I also
Bill
forgot.
Burr just yells every single time.
You know
It's fucking
something?
crazy.
When my wife, she comes
Oh, that's
in,
the calm version.
right?
Yeah, that's
you know, right?
That's pretty good.
And then she comes in here and she's just like, Bill, you didn't take the trash out.
I hear you in the back. I hear you.
You always hear her in the
So you got
back.
to subdue Bill.
This one's for the ladies.
You guys remind me too, just before we get, I also do a podcast with Pete Angelo called Pete and Sully Do the Cinema, where I just talk about, we review a movie, shoot the
Y'all
shit.
might be the new age Siskel and Ebert or Ebert and Oprah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you never know where
The
it might
AIDS
turn.
Siskel-
Like,
you just call us the AIDS.
because the comedy's ass, so you just be a fucking movie analyst. No, I was fucking.
Hope your moment turns into a death moment. I fucked it up. Anyway,
You suck ass.
That's it.
You stumbled the way you stumbled when you opened it up tonight.
At least I'm not going like, I think I got some points, but they didn't count them. So I'm
I didn't say that. No, it was no like Mo Musa
Mo Musa
destroyed
crushed
that
it,
shit.
yeah.
Oh Jesus!
There was no way. Like I saw it.
Oh,
But
you
this
crushed it, dude.
motherfucker, like he was in great form, man.
Hats off, dude.
And it was
I'm
cool
glad-
because you
I'm
know
glad
what?
he's one of our peers.
Somebody from our group like won that shit, so that was
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fucking
good.
dope.
Yeah, dude. Thanks
You know
for
he gonna
coming.
talk way more shit now online, right?
Oh, I'm sure
Everybody.
he should, and he
He
you
should.
know what?
He deserves
If
that
anyone's listening to this, Mo, go after people who actually suck, not just Matt and Nick. Go after these fucking dorks, and you know who I'm talking about. We've had conversations about this. Fuck them up. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna end.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Thanks. Seriously, Mike. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
on.
no
Yeah,
problem.
definitely, man. This is dope.